All right, everybody, first clutch of the year. This is our Super Pastel Desert Ghost female. Look at how amazing she looks, guys. Isn't she crazy? Anyway, so she was bred to our Pastel Pinstripe Yellow Belly Desert Ghost male. So Desert Ghost all coming out of it, and should be cool. So we're going to get her off the eggs, and we'll do a quick video of the eggs. All right, here they are, everybody. 9 eggs in total, only 1 rollout, all good, no infertile. About 112 grams per egg. So we're going to get these in the incubator 55 days later, and the next part of this video you're going to see is going to be cutting them open. All right, it's been 57 days. I apologize about the beeps. That's our incubator telling us the temp's low. That'll stop here in a minute or two. We've got the clutch of our Super Pastel Desert Ghost to our Pinstripe Yellow Belly Pastel Desert Ghost. So the worst thing we can get out of this is Pastel Desert Ghosts. I will do my best to give my best guess of what they are in the eggs. I will 100% admit that's not my strong suit, but let's get a cutting. We have one that started to cut his way out, so we're going to do that one first. And let's see what we can get out of this clutch, guys. Alright, pull these out of the way. Like I said, I apologize for the beeps, but I promise it won't be more than a minute and they'll stop.
Yeah, it only goes off when we open the door every single time, just because some of the air has been let out.
Alright, let's get this guy first. Like I said, so the worst thing we can get out of this is Pastel Desert Ghost. So that's pretty good, all things considered. They could also have Pinstripe. It could be Super Pastel. And it could have Yellow Belly. Now oh, see, beeping already stopped, guys. There's a little, I thought so. I have never had to identify Yellow Belly in an egg, so the likelihood of me being able to identify that is slim to none. Alright, guys, I don't know if you can see this, but wow, already. Alright, I'm going to go a little further so it's easier to flip that lid. Alright. So that I'm just making sure they're give me a second, just making sure they still move when I touch them. Oh yeah, they're still moving. So that, guys, is
I'm trying to keep up.
Maybe a Super Pastel Desert Ghost. You see that?
A little less yellow, but maybe it's just the camera and the angle.
I mean, do you see it? Like outside the camera?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm a little concerned it's not moving much, but we'll let it, then it started cutting. There were a lot of cuts there, but let that one go for a bit. I'm going to give that top a little more of a cut so that I can fold that flap open a little more. Definitely light in color. So we haven't, this is our first clutch hatching Pastel Desert Ghost and Super Pastel Desert Ghost 2, so seeing some of the other ones probably give us a better idea of what this one is. Definitely not Pinstripe. It doesn't look very yellow, so I'd guess not Yellow Belly, but there we go. There we go, much better. Alright. Keep moving on. Next egg. So I guess I didn't mention it, the best thing we can get here would be a Super Pastel Pinstripe Yellow Belly Desert Ghost. And I know we're planning on trying to keep back a couple females from this clutch because we need to add a few more female Desert Ghosts to our collection. But I'm sure that at least a couple babies will be available. Might hold back a male. Currently we have a, like they said, the male that bred this is a Pastel Pinstripe Yellow Belly Desert Ghost. If we hit the Super Pastel version,
In a male, we'll probably keep him back. If not, if we hit a super pastel male at all, we might keep him back. But, oh wow. So that's definitely Pinstripe.
If I can get in there.
Yeah, so seeing the difference between these two so far, I would guess that this is a Pinstripe, pastel Pinstripe Desert Ghost, maybe Yellow Belly, because it's pretty yellow. Can't really see the belly at all, but that's definitely pastel Pinstripe Desert Ghost. Gorgeous. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
That is gorgeous.
It's beautiful.
Making sure Holly's actually able to see too, because she's just looking through the camera.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing the heads can tell you a lot about whether it's a super pastel or a pastel from what I've seen online. So not being able to see the heads on that one, I'm not sure, but I believe it's probably just a pastel. Which is why I also think the other one is maybe a super pastel looking at the head.
Sorry if it goes in and out of focus, guys. It's trying to pick up on some of the writing on the tub.
Oh, is that what it's doing?
A little bit, yeah.
Alright.
But I don't want to turn anything around right now.
And that...
They don't look exactly alike.
Yeah, so I would... We'll know, of course, better once we get out of the egg. But that, to me, I would say is Yellow Belly.
And down in there.
That looks more Yellow Belly, more yellow to me. Yellow Belly, you know, if I had to guess, looking at the blacks, I would say this is a super pastel Desert Ghost. This is just pastel. The black on the one in this hand over here is way darker. And on this one, the black is really faded out. So I would
It does look more like Mama.
Yeah, I would say this is a super pastel. This is a pastel. I can't really tell Yellow Belly in the egg. That might have to wait till we get them out of the egg to be able to look. Again, just because I have not had to identify Yellow Belly inside eggs before, so. But I would say that is a super pastel. Comparing those two, that looks super pastel to me, especially looking at those blacks. And the other one, just regular pastel Desert Ghost. Still, an amazing baby to hit. So here's another Pinstripe. So I would say now seeing these, that is a pastel Pinstripe. And if you look at how light the pinstriping is on this one, that's a super pastel Pinstripe. So I think that's a pastel Pinstripe, super pastel Pinstripe. All, of course, everything, of course, is Desert Ghost. And Yellow Belly to be determined. Pretty much hit the gambit now. Again, Yellow Belly being the only thing I'm not sure about. It's good, we've hit a little bit of everything.
Mm-hmm. Well, that time I wanted to focus on your tattoo.
Hopefully you guys, like Holly said, hopefully you guys are able to see most of this. I can't see any of it because Holly's
Colors
video
are always crazy to me on pictures and camera. So it's, you know what I mean? Like sometimes it depends on if it focuses just the right way, then you can see what we see.
That is another super pastel Pinstripe Desert Ghost, I believe. So far, 3 super pastels, 1 pastel, 3 pinstripes. Kind of hitting odds close on. Love to see more super pastels in these last eggs.
Mm-hmm.
Super pastel. If you guys have seen the picture or the mom in the first part of the video, we've put plenty of pictures of her on Instagram. We've done a top 3 video this year where she was in my top 3. So she is gorgeous. Super Pastel Desert Ghost is a beautiful animal. And that is a Super Pastel Desert Ghost as well. Another one.
Oh, they're rolling.
Yeah, it keeps wanting to roll. That should be okay.
I want your fingers.
Yeah, hold on. Just try to get this flap a little more out of the way. There we go. 3 more to go, guys. The last one was our rollout egg, so but it looks like it was okay.
I'm so sorry for that slight shakiness, guys. Just trying to adjust the lens.
Hopefully we get some good male to female ratio in this clutch. That would be fantastic. Like I said, we definitely need a few more Desert Ghost females in our collection. And this will be our only visual Desert Ghost clutch this year. We're going to have a whole bunch of different double het Desert Ghost stuff this year, but... Alright. And that looks like a Super Pastel Desert Ghost. Wow. And the belly looks, I can actually see a little bit of the belly on that one, and that looks really yellow on that edge. Really yellow. So I'm going to say that one is probably a Super Pastel Yellow Belly Desert Ghost. Alright, let's keep these Super Pastels up, guys. Man, I'm loving this. Tiny little egg compared to the rest. Sorry, I know Holly.
I hope you don't pick up our cat.
Hear Harley upstairs. He's sad because he's not down here with us.
Yes.
Sorry, I know Holly said sorry she's shaking. Sorry if I'm shaking, guys. It is like 5:30 in the morning. We set our alarm super early because we knew this clutch was getting ready and we wanted to check it before either of us had to go to work. So, a little low there. And this, I would say, is... Ooh, that is tough. I want to say that's just... I don't know.
I'm terrible with them when they're in the egg, seriously, because to me they look so different when they don't have the egg sac near them and they're not curled up and the membranes are all around. It's just... So it's very tough for me.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know.
How's that one doing? Better?
It's not moving very much, which is a little concerning to me. But
we'll give it some time. Let it have its own.
Well, it moved a little.
Yeah, I was
it
it's
moved
holding
a
its
little.
head up. So.
So this one, I'm not sure. I'm really not sure if that's a Super Pastel or just a pastel. It's kind of in between what these both look like and what this one looks like. This one is way more yellow, so I really do think there's yellow belly in that. I'm not sure, that may be a Super Pastel. Definitely the blacks are blushed really high in places. Don't know, that one's going to have to wait till we come out of the egg. Not sure about that one.
Whoops. And now here's our little rollout.
Last one.
Always concerned about that one because it depends on when she actually laid, how long it's been away from the... I'll say warmth, even though that, you know, obviously our tubs are heat controlled.
Oh. Well, the good news is that it went full term, so it's probably fine. Tell you what gets hard after a while is to get all this egg liquid all over you. There's a name for it. I apologize. I don't know what it is off the top of my head. Anyway, you get all over you. Your hands get all slippery. Don't want to hold on to things anymore.
Now that's
yellow. Is yellow. That is super yellow, and that is just Desert Ghost. That's not Super Pastel. So I'm going to say, seeing that one and this one out together, I think this is a Super Pastel as well. So I think we hit 2 pastel Desert Ghosts, 1 yellow belly, maybe. So I'm going to leave out the yellow belly until I can get them out of the egg, because I'm not really sure. I think we hit 2 pastel Desert Ghosts. We hit 1, 2, 3, 4 Super Pastel Desert Ghosts, 2 Super Pastel Pinstripe Desert Ghost, and 1 Pinstripe Desert Ghost is what I'm seeing right now until we get them out of the eggs, I believe. So we will be back. The next section will be our cleanup, so we'll know exactly what we got, but that's what I'm thinking right now, guys. So we smashed the Super Pastel odds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of 9 eggs Super Pastel, it looks like. That's great. Couldn't ask for anything better than that. Alright, we're going to get these back in the incubator. Holly, do you have anything real quick before we throw these back in?
Nope.
All right, we'll get these back in the incubator, guys, and we'll be back with the cleanup.
See you soon.
All right, cleanup time from that clutch, guys. We're going to do it, they've already been moved to their tubs, they've already shed, they've taken meals, so we're going to do it from the tubs. So we have the first 4 here. Unfortunately, one of the ones that was in the egg didn't make it, but one of the eggs was twins. So we still ended up with, 9 babies?
9 babies.
9 babies. So
we're going to do 3 sections here.
Yep, so first we're starting with, we'll do the twins last. So here we're starting with the non-pinstripe stuff. So what we have here is on the right, so Holly's going to be the one who keeps them so you can see them.
Yeah.
Over here, this is just a straight Desert Ghost pastel, because our female is super pastel. And we believe it is possibly a yellow belly. Holly, do you want to flip that over? It's hard to I can't really tell in the camera, I don't think. It does have a lot of patterning there in the bottom edge. Its belly is slightly yellow that you can't see. We're not sure if it is or not, so we're just going to say possibly right now. Moving over, Holly, if you can get the head on the one on the right to come out at all or show the head.
Hey, little one.
Especially next to this other one's head. So you can really tell difference in head color. There you go, yeah. Between those two. The one Holly's holding is just pastel, and the one that's working its way over into its tub
I know.
is super pastel. So we
This
have
one's a mover.
we have a super pastel Desert Ghost here. Beautiful, beautiful animal.
Sorry, I'm shaking. I just...
Nope, actually, if you can keep it down further, I'm having a hard time getting it on camera. All right. And then next to it is another super pastel Desert Ghost animal.
Like yellow belly.
Nope, not this one.
No, not that one. Oh, my bad.
This one here is the super pastel Desert Ghost yellow belly. And Holly, if you don't mind picking that up and putting it next to the one beside it. So you can really tell in the blushing on the sides how white it is right here. You can really see how white it is. Oh, that went out of focus when I tried to do that. Compared to this other one. And both are super pastels. You can really tell from the head that both are white and super pastel. And the only difference that it could possibly be is the yellow belly. We talked to another breeder about this too. And he believes this is the yellow belly out of those 3 because it looks so significantly different. So if we look at the 3 super pastels here, the one's scooting away. The 3 super pastels here, this one on this side looks significantly different. And we believe that's the one that is the yellow belly. So let's put these 4 away and we'll be back with a couple more. Alright, so now we have the 3 pinstripes. So of course everything's Desert Ghost in this clutch. So this is a Desert Ghost pinstripe pastel Desert Ghost pinstripe. And then, Holly, you want to bring back that other one? So you can really tell the difference between the pastel here, and then Holly has the super pastel. You can really tell in how dark the pinstriping is on the 2. So the one in Holly's hand, move your hand, Holly. So that's Holly's hand. This is my hand.
Can't tell the difference.
This is just a pastel, and that's a super pastel. So that's a super pastel pinstripe Desert Ghost. And then over here is another super pastel pinstripe Desert Ghost. So we have 2 super pastel pinstripe Desert Ghosts. And then we have just a pastel pinstripe Desert Ghost. Now, I'll be honest. I have no way to tell on these 3 if they're yellow belly. We don't see anything that we can tell yellow belly, kind of signs that we can see. If anybody has experience with pastel pinstripe yellow belly Desert Ghost stuff, and wants to comment or reach out to us, maybe with thoughts on how we can tell the difference, please do. We're welcome for any help. Otherwise, we are going to assume that they are not yellow belly. Like I said, we don't see anything that would indicate that they are out of these 3. So we're going to go with no yellow belly. Is hard to identify, especially for us, for newer. We're kind of newer breeders, so newer breeders, and we don't see anything that identifies it to us. So we're going to assume not on these real quick, and we'll go ahead and move on to the twins. All right, and lastly, we have the tiny little twins here. Oh, you want to pick them up? The camera picks them up better when they're in the hand. Yeah, tiny little, lift them up a little bit. There we go, kind of into the light. A little higher. There we go, now we're in the light. So I believe, so we're going to wait till these grow up a little bit, because they are extremely tiny. But we believe both of these, they're definitely super pastels, and we believe they're super pastel yellow bellies, is what we believe they both are. Again, they are really small, so we're going to let them grow up, but you can tell, just like that other yellow belly, how white the blushing coming up the sides is. It's extremely white, and both of them are like that. Now we do want to get off the sides, get some meals, a couple more sheds, and we'll see what we can tell. But they have a while with us anyway because they're twins and they're tiny. So I'm gonna pick that one up too, baby. Kind of gets dark when I try to go down into the tubs. Yeah. So 2 super pastel. Not focusing. There we go. 2 super pastel yellow belly, we believe, Desert Ghost. All right, guys, and that's the whole clutch. So 9 babies in total. If these turn out to be yellow belly, which I believe they will be, that'll be 3 super pastel yellow belly Desert Ghosts, 2 super pastel Desert Ghosts, 1 pastel Desert Ghost, 2 super pastel pinstripe Desert Ghost, and 1 pastel Desert Ghost. Pastel pinstripe Desert Ghost. So we hit the super pastel odds really, really well out of this clutch. So out of 9 babies, what's that? That's
7,
1,
I think.
2. Let's see. We got these 2. We got the 2 non-yellow bellies, that extra yellow belly, and 2 pinstripes. So 7 super pastels out of 9 babies. If these turn out to be super or not, they are super pastels. So 7 super pastels out of 9 babies. Now the yellow belly, it's really hard to tell. We're only sure about these 2 and maybe that 1 more, but still 7 super pastels out of 9 babies when it's only 50-50 chance is really, really good. So really happy with what we produced out of this clutch. Would have been happier. We didn't mention sexes, and we haven't sexed the twins yet. I'm really hoping they end up being females. Because out of the other ones, we didn't hit a great female to male ratio. I think we had 3 females and 4 males out of that, the other ones. So hopefully these will turn out to be female because we were hoping to hold back a whole bunch of females, and having super pastel yellow belly Desert Ghost females would be great. So, but we'll let them grow up a little bit before I try sexing them. They're really tiny and I don't want to injure them.
Yeah.
All right, that's the clutch number 1, guys. As always, like, comment, subscribe, all the YouTube stuff. Once these guys get meals, we make sure all our snakes get at least 3 meals and our 80 grams before we put them up for sale. So once these get meals in them, these twins will be a while, but there'll be some stuff in this clutch going up for sale. So that's it for now, guys. Have a good weekend. Talk to you all later.
Take care.
Bye.